Yes. Uh, 14th of July. Yeah. It's a pity we didn't have to do with a big shop on Saturday, but again, by the time I got to yours, it would have been 3 o'clock before I got to ours. So it, especially with still the portmanteau films to finish off, which is really the frustrating part of it all. But yeah, so 24th of July is definitely set in stone. Definitely set in stone. Hopefully, you will boycott the optional overtime on the 24th, which I've done, put about 9 videos about that now, asking you to consider it. Basically, because you won't have to change your clothes, you'll be full night's kip. We'll have a bigger, more generous gap between the butcher's dinner and the curry extravaganza later, complete with Sherwood's mango chutney, Patak's poppadoms, and Tesco's cheapo, the Hearty Food Company garlic bread. The curry would already been prepared the day before to free up time. The booze will already been purchased the day before, again to free up time. From the supermarket, we should have gone to in the first place. But of course, it was my idea to divert to Asda and to go back that way to Berkeley Circle, which I've discussed many times over now. But that costs a lot of time. On top of you doing your good wife by moving the TV upstairs, which was a very good, husbandly thing to do. But all these little things. But anyway, so it'd be nice because I won't ask you that very often. I mean, you offered to give up your overtime shift for the Halloween Spooktacular, which is very nice. So we can really go to town on the Halloween films 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6, and then watch either first Halloween 3. You'll say, why not watch in sequence? As you may know already, I have already discussed this particular situation. The main reason being is that Halloween 3 is got nothing to do with 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6. It's got nothing to do with Michael Myers. It's got nothing to do with Jamie Lee Curtis or Donald Pleasence. In fact, it's got sod all to do with Haddonfield, where all the main action is. It is a good film. Well, it bombed slightly at the box office because they tried to go a bit sci-fi. So it's got really nothing to do with All Hallows Eve or witches and ghouls. Got nothing to do with that. Only the accessories. Like I said, check out the fake adverts for Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which are all widely available on YouTube. They probably did the adverts proper, but only showing a tiny segment in the film. But like I may have mentioned before, the one good reason watching it is because it does star one of the actors from Maniac Cop and The Fog. He's done loads of other work as well. Tom Atkins. It was a brilliant actor. Brilliant actor. But in essence, again, don't do the overtime 24. It's, for what I can gather, the core thing of it is this eccentric Irishman Mr. Cochrane, he bought this backwards town in the middle of nowhere, you know, in the kind of rural-esque areas. He bought the factory, turned it into Silver Shamrock. Shamrock, and they've had excesses all year round, but obviously their main thing was supposed to give up to Halloween. Anything that Silver Shamrock badge on it, you know, anything from masks to capes and hats and fake noses and all that. This particular year, it starts off with this old man running for his life in the dead of night, possibly Los Angeles, I'm not quite sure, and being chased by these sinister men in his rather beige saloon cars, and he runs into his scrapyard. One of the men is killed, and then when two cars squash each other and he escapes, obviously out of breath and in a state, and is taken to hospital. Somehow the nowhere is gone. One of them turns up, kills the man, and is clutching this mask. The daughter turns up, and of course Tom Atkins, who's in the film, is estranged from his wife, and she wanting to go to the Thanksgiving or something, but you know his beeper goes up and he has to go back to hospital. She says, yeah, any excuse? Oh, was that bloody hospital? I say, look, it's gone off. And then they find the man dead. They see the bloke in the suit walking away. He goes into his car, pours gasoline all over himself, and woof, up in flames. That's cast off, be examined. Then the daughter turns up. It was a nice brunette, probably half Tom Atkins' age, and she said it's something to do with that Silver Shamrock factory. That's where we're last. So they took a road trip to this town, which where the factory is held. It is, and they find it really creepy. They find there's cameras everywhere watching. There's people setting these men in suits and that. So eventually, the hole up in this, just as you come into this strange company town at this motel, and everyone there worships this Mr. Cochrane. You know, he saved the town, he brought it back up, and everyone adores him. It's a proper, it's like the factory's like a temple, and Cochrane's the Messiah.